I'm free a bit, so I want to discuss the second component of the engine temperature, the cooling system. Yes. So, not only the people know we have step out already, and step outs have been answered at any time. So let's discuss about the second component. We have discussed about the water pump. This is settled. So now the next one is thermostats. This is what we call thermostats. Yes, thermostats are, in little words, I would say it keeps in check the temperature to 90 degrees C. I mean 90 degrees Celsius. It keeps in check the temperature to 90 degrees Celsius. There are a lot to talk about these thermostats. I think I should first discuss the reason why thermostats should not be removed from the engine. Or let's talk about the principle first. Yes, this is a thermostat, and inside it is a wax substance. So when the temperature of the water increases in the engine, the wax, when the temperature increases around the wax increases in volume. So once it increases in volume, the chamber of the wax in here will not be able to accommodate the increase in volume, so it pushes the thermostat. It pushes the thermostat out. The thermostat in the engine is in this position, closed. So once the wax start increasing in volume, and the chamber of the wax here couldn't accommodate the increase in volume, then it pushes the thermostat out and allow water to flow. So that's what the thermostat does. Why should we block the water or obstruct the water from flowing, or why should we hinder the water from flowing? For a very important reason. For this heat engine, that engine should always be at 90 degrees Celsius. If it runs lower than 90 degrees Celsius, the engine is running cooler than the expected temperature. And once that happens, there are other side effects to that, which we are not discussing today. Even detrimental to the engine. Your engine will damage in no time. The durability span of the engine will be reduced. That one is definitely. But we are not discussing that today, because that's another big topic entirely about fuel consumption, this and that. We leave that one today. So now the thermostat should always block the passage through which the water flows, to allow the water to get to 90 degrees C quickly when it starts at cold start or in the morning, to get to that operating temperature which is 90 degrees C. Why? So that the engine can run on that 90 degrees C. But most people nowadays, once engines start overheating, they go quick and change the thermostat. It's very wrong to change the thermostat. Very, very wrong. Now, they might succeed, but causing another detriment to the engine. And they will never succeed if the material that is used in building the engine or manufacturing the engine is very slow in dissipating it, or is very slow in absorbing it. The engine develops it while it works. The engine develops it, and the engine is a metallic conductor. So if the material that is used in the alloy material that is used in producing the engine take a longer time to absorb the water to absorb the heat from the water in the engine, definitely we have problem. As you remove the thermostat, the vehicle will start overheating. Why? The word is contradicting. They will say remove thermostat so that water can flow to the radiator for cooling, for effective cooling. But now I am saying that if you remove that thermostat and the water is flowing freely, the engine will not start overheating. You can see it. Water normally, as a layman, a general, as mechanics, water should flow easily. Water should flow freely for it to go to the radiator for its dissipation. But I'm now saying that once you remove this thermostat and that water is flowing freely, the engine will now start overheating, which is contradicting the belief of everybody. So what I'm saying is the reality in practical. You shouldn't remove thermostats. If you remove thermostat, it will start overheating. Why? This thermostat blocks the passage through which the water flows. Why? It's blocking the passage so that the water, when you start opening, it opens gradually or progressively. It's in this one. Come here. It's in this one. So it opens gradually and progressively, not at once. So as it's opened gradually, it tends to what? To allow the water to flow gradually or progressively. Unlike if it's not present, then the water will be rushing faster. But if the thermostat is there, it blocks some passage or some part of the passage, and the water, instead of the speed of the water to increase, it reduces the speed of the water, and by then we will have good conductivity. You see, this is a metallic part of the engine that is very hot, and water is tend to flow through it so that it can cool the engine, so that it can what takes away the heat. Now, assuming you have the hot metal like this, the engine, and the water flows like this, phew, it will not what? It will not absorb the heat from the engine. No, because the heat from the engine is getting to the what? To the water or the coolant by conduction. So when you have conduction, there must be proper contacts. Now this is water. The water must have proper contacts to the hot metal, the hot engine. If you don't have proper contacts, definitely the conduction will not be precise. The conduction will not take place because the water just flow and goes to the radiator without absorbing the heat through conduction. But if thermostat is on the passage and the water, instead of this, the water is not going smoothly, progressively, gradually, it has proper contact with the hot metal and absorb the heat. So absorb all the heat in the engine and takes it to the radiator for dissipation. So if your engine is made of metal that has a longer time to carry out its conductivity, definitely once you remove the thermostat, the engine will overheat because water will flow faster and there won't be proper contact for it to absorb the heat. Thank you. That's how thermostat works. So for your mechanic, don't ever allow them to remove your thermostat. It has a lot of effects on the engine apart from what I've just explained. Good luck. Come to Fenton for your Ford repair. Thank you.